Hello and welcome. Today we've got the unlikely channeler, Theresa King, and we are going to be discussing Trump, sovereignty, healing, and transhumanism. Now, just before we begin, you can subscribe to our Telegram channels and to nicholasveniamin.com for my free email updates. And if you're watching this for the first time on YouTube, I will leave the link below in the description for the full interview, unless, of course, myself and Theresa can choose our words wisely due to the insane censorship that's happening right now. Theresa King, thank you for joining me. How are you and what have you been up to?
Hi, Nicholas. I'm doing great. Just been doing channeling for customers and for the general public, doing videos. I'm having a good time.
Absolutely. I was speaking to Michelle Fielding the other day and she mentioned you and she said that she's seen your work before and she resonates with it. And you're very much in line with the things that she's channeling too, and she can see the same things. So if you would like to give us a short presentation of the information that you've been downloading, and then we can go ahead with some questions.
Okay. Yeah, that's nice to hear. I just want to let you know that I don't listen to very many things because I don't like to be influenced by other information. Not that it necessarily does, because once I start getting the information, it's what it is. But I just don't do a lot of looking at other people. But I do appreciate her making those comments. I guess what I'd like to start out, just to get it out of the way, is for 45, he does, information I'm receiving. And I think that I don't want to spend a lot of time on it because I know he's coming back. I know he's in charge of what's going on. So basically it was 45 is hands-on now. He was manipulated into a cloaked way, regarding the liquid. He is very proud of that because he got it going faster than anybody could ever imagine our country doing anything fast. And he also was more focused on the therapeutics of fixing what was going on. So, that I have full confidence that he's behind it, and if he's and that he's going to come back in some way. But I also want to say that he loves our country and he loves your country and the world. And I really do think that's his bottom line. So whatever he does is going to be good. I've been getting a lot of information about vibrational frequency healing through numbers. And what that is you can pretty much heal anything just vibrationally, and numbers are an easy way to do it. You can use a number and combine them, and it will help various things like chakras, liver and kidneys, different organs, hearing and eyesight, fear, anxiety, thyroid, weight loss, all those things. Numbers, I've always loved numbers. And numbers are just a way to tune into that right frequency, combining them, and then start healing however you want to heal. I did have a note that with the quantum system, my source is saying that what they're calling it is a crystal transistor that we'll use to send and receive information instead of holding our phones or anything else. But what they did say, it would be more like it's a crystal transistor, more like a fob, like a key fob. And then that kind of led me into the thought of the global elite are really pushing, I think, according to my information, transhumanism. And they're making that sound like, oh, it's really nice. It gives us freedom. We'll just put a chip in you. We'll make it really easy for you to do everything you want to do. They're selling it as a freedoms for the individual, and as a convenience And I think that's really, so they make it really appealing in that way. But what I'm receiving is that it really is it's a way to continue to control us. So that's different than the quantum system, where, it's a power greater than us that's very loving, that will be in control of those kind of things. So I thought that's pretty much consistently what I'm starting to get, and it hasn't changed much. And then they've given me various pictures about sovereignty, and the sovereignty is what happens. The bottom line is it's contingent on the power elite are taken away by the people, and we, the people, take back our sovereignty. All of humanity takes it back. So the way they're showing it to me is all these things come together into a kind of a swirl that becomes sovereignty for all of us. But it's the removal of the power elite, which is the primary thing. The reset, the Sarah, Jacera, the quantum system, all of those things are in line. They're all coming together, but there's certain things that we as individuals have to do. That's really important. If we have time, I have a really beautiful note that one of your viewers that absolutely loves you sent to me. And it was a message it's a combined message from her guides that gave it to her, and her own words. So if we have time, I'd like to read that too.
Oh, please do.
Right now? Okay.
Whenever you like.
Right now, I'll do it now because it really is very nice, and I was hoping to have time to do that. Her guides called her Alice, A-L and then E-E-E-S. And this is what they said her. So I think the beginning was her guides talking to her, which I think I wrote because I did that. But part of it's her guides and her voice herself. Sovereignty, the need for all of us to realize we must be the leaders of our planet now. All other subjects are secondary to whether all individuals take responsibility to defend their sovereignty first. Without us defending our right to be heard in every avenue of human life, working on the separate, smaller parts can only tend to remind us divided as to our opinions. Our opinions are fine, but useless before we find our unity to work together on sovereignty for all. They want us divided any way at all. So we use any subject, any crazy idea that seems to pull us apart. Every organ of every human body looks different than the others, yet all work together. And any of these organs hurt badly, the entire body dies. No matter what we look like, no matter what our skill, we all belong to this beautiful body of humanity. We reject any part of our mind, body, soul being enslaved. We are sovereign. And that the galactics have removed the evil, and they're dealing with the nasty humans. So it's our responsibility now to become sovereign once again and stay strong, because we can do this. You have some very nice viewers, Nicholas. Beautiful.
Yes, that is beautiful. Thank you for reading that. Do you have more, or should we go into questioning? Or
that was, well, there were 5 points of, as far as sovereignty. Look for truth, like it or not. Save humanity from transhuman push. Focus on individual sovereignty with national identity, which I think is really neat. Be responsible for your destiny and resist the feeling that you are being exiled from humanity and from your country. I think those are important. That's it.
Okay. So I want to go back to the liquid, because you said at the beginning that 45 was very proud of having it complete in the time frame that he completed it in and made it available, despite that he's working with therapeutics. I can understand why this is maybe some elements of this is political for the masses to see. But why do you think that 45 would push a liquid that may be harmful? What are your thoughts about that?
Well, personally, I think that he shouldn't be doing that because I think he knows. I think he was, I think the words were bamboozled into believing that it was good. But his initial, what I'm gathering from listening to him a little bit, his initial push was not the liquid. It was get the liquid going, but use the therapeutics that are available and absolutely work. So I think that's where he came from. But then I don't know why he keeps. Actually, lately, I think I've noticed that he has stopped saying, go get it, But I think that I don't think he should be doing that personally.
Do you think that there may be a small percentage or a big percentage of those that he was pushing politically that may be saline, but because there's a war, the CCP may have possibly infiltrated their own ingredients in those liquids? And that's why we are seeing some of those being harmful.
Yeah, well, I don't know about saline, but I do know that one of the more recent channelings I did was it's all about money. Every bit of liquid that they can give out, they get dollars for. And so I think it's almost less about that the liquid. I think it's more about the push to make money by the people that are doing it. And I'm very sad to say that because I think it's what we believe, well, what I believe it is. It's not a good thing. Nothing about it is good. And if some people did get saline, wonderful. That's really great. But I guess that's about all I'm going to say. I don't know.
Absolutely. It's a very gray area for many of us, very gray area. I want to ask also, let's talk more about the quantum system. You said something about a fob. Yeah. Are there different, is this going to, what kind of fob is this? What are you getting? I don't want to ask. I want to just leave the question open to see what you are going to say about that.
Yeah, it's a crystal transistor. And for me, because just I'm very not technologically advanced at all, that's not even a good word. It's something that we would carry around, put it on like a bracelet, not a bracelet, but hang on it, kind of like a key fob, the way we use them now. We have a fob that opens our door, that starts the cars, that kind of thing. And also they showed me like a credit card has that, where the thing that you can just hold it up against when you're paying for it, and it just clicks into that little square thing. It's so bad. That's what they're showing me right now. It's not inserted in the body.
Okay. Would you say it works a little bit like an antenna?
Absolutely. It sends and receives.
Right. And it's blockchain? Would you, do you?
Absolutely. Yes.
You're getting that as well, that could be some blockchain involved in that as well.
It's absolutely blockchain. And because that is what is needed, we need to know where it all starts. We need to, know that kind of thing.
And what are you getting in respect to it being rolled out at the moment?
Okay. My information says Concrete quantum transition begins September, October of 2022. The whole process starts about May and June, the rolling, and then we'll start seeing evidence of it in September and October. But we have to take our sovereignty. We have to become sovereign thinking again, and I think a lot of us are. I think that's not a surprise to many people, but I think being sovereign individuals, sovereign countries, I think it's really important. And blockchain absolutely gives us that ability to not be information not be hidden from us and those kind of things. But also because it is more of a galactic loving power, I honestly don't see that it's humans making decisions on, credit scores and things like that. It's not human in my estimation right now. It's more of the
Control.
Greater power making decisions.
What are you getting in respect to what's happening right now and where we are in respect to lockdowns and, if there is a military operation or if there's, what are you getting for that?
Yeah, it's going to get worse, but on the other hand, it's going to get better. They're pushing and pushing and pushing, and the way that I've been presented it is they come up with a reason. They're going to make it mandatory, and then a lot of people flock in and say, "Okay, I'm taking it. I can't lose my job," which is really bad, unfortunate. And then they back off, and they bring it back again. Get as many more. It's all about dollars. Get more people in, back off. Get more people in, back off. That's in our country because we have a little different way of doing things. But the whole all of humanity needs to know that it's that kind of thing that they're doing. They push, and then they make you do it because you think you have to. So right now they're pushing still, and we need to push back, and it's based on sovereignty. I think that as we get into January, the people will be more strong and firm-footed because everybody's tired of it. Everybody's tired of it. The things that they're doing to, like South Africa right now, they are pushing them, and they shouldn't be doing that. They're kind of blaming it on them. And South Africa's saying, "What do we don't have anything that we're spreading around," that kind of thing. So it's going to be, I think it's the next few weeks, it's going to get worse. I think we'll get stronger as a group of humans. And then it should start lightening up. And then we're going to go into that more, I think, a more positive time. Even though we'll have things to deal with, we'll still be going into a time where we can start focusing more on what it is that we want to do as humans, how we want to be governed. It kind of goes back to that crumbling, the crumbling that I wrote a little while ago. It's just kind of a series of crumbling channels, but things keep crumbling and crumbling. And then what we realize is that we are sovereign and that we are in control, and we can do however we want to make our future look, as governments and individuals.
So when you say people, the people become stronger, are you suggesting that would mean that they're waking up?
Absolutely. Holding firm, standing on their 2 feet, saying, "This is what I want. This is what we expect. This is what we should be doing." Not what you're telling us we should be doing, but this is what we should be doing. Firm-footed.
Now, if there is a pushback, which there should be at some level of percentage, there should be some kind of pushback from the dark side when we're speaking about propaganda and false flags. Why are they pushing so much, pushing their luck, and having so many people wake up? I mean, they're losing the strategic game. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, I think they are so HELL bent on getting what they want and getting the power that they want. They don't care. And I think that's why people are starting to say, oh, yeah, I see how it is. I don't want what they're telling me that they say I want. I also see that the MSM are crumbling as well. I mean, that is becoming very evident. We kind of expected it, kind of started talking about it. But right now, they've been covering for everything that the politicians have been doing and all that stuff. So they've been covering for them, but they can't cover anymore. People are saying, yeah, they're telling the people the sky is green, and we're looking around saying, well, we know it's blue, and so they're out there saying, oh yeah, the sky is green, and you're gonna love it, and everybody's looking at them saying, you're ridiculous. You're not telling us the truth. We know the sky is blue. And that's what's happening right now. It's crumbling and they're starting to fall. The MSM, they can't protect them. They can't protect the lie anymore. And so it's just crumbling and crumbling and crumbling. And they're going to start talking, I think. They're going to start giving us the real story here soon. So it could be fun. It's going to be stressful.
Absolutely. So when we're speaking of sovereignty, what is your advice to the viewers right now, for everybody that's watching, that can make a difference in taking their sovereignty back?
Know what it is that you believe in. No harm to anyone. No harm. Know what you believe in. Know what you want to tolerate. Know that we are sovereign to ourselves individually, as well as we have countries that are sovereign unto themselves as well. And it's really important that we step back and say, we are important. We are one with all, and to ourselves. And it's important to just focus on, I think I did a writing today. That was my video today. It's called Focus. To focus on facing the truths, if you like it or not, like I said earlier. Know what you want your destiny to look like. Know that governments shouldn't be as big as they are. They need to be smaller. We don't need all these big government and people leading us, the way that they think we should be led, and it's only benefiting them. But we need to know what we want. We need to know what our destiny is. And we need to know that we are very important as individuals in a group, a collective.
Absolutely. Well, the unlikely channeler, Theresa King, thank you so, so much. Is there anything else that you'd like to say to the viewers before we finish?
No, but thank you very much for letting me spend some more time with you.
You're very welcome. It's been a wonderful honor. I really enjoyed your channeling and your information. Thank you very much. And we'll speak very soon. God bless you.
God bless you too.